Alright, welcome back to another chip theory episode. Today I'm going to be discussing a well-known chord, the half-diminished 7, or a minor 7 with a flat 5 chord. And we can see here the structure of the chord on this chart here. It's a chord that has a root, a third, a fifth, and a seventh. However, the third is flatted from a major chord, leaving you a minor third between each of these. Between the third and the flat fifth is also flatted as well. There's going to be, these are the half steps here, 3 half steps between each of those intervals. Now what makes this a half diminished is that we have a seventh here that is a major third above the flatted fifth, or 4 half steps. This is different than a fully diminished chord, and then a fully diminished also has a flat seventh, which would be only 3 here. But since we have 4, we have a major third sound. Now, again, from the root to the seventh, you have, on the root position, you're going to have 10 half steps or a minor seventh chord. But the way it's divided is in a 3-3-4 series of half steps. So that's like, you might hear me refer to that on some of the other videos on half diminished 7, that is a 3-3-4 position, root position. This is what I'm referring to. The 3 half steps between here, the 3 here, and the 4 between the 5th and the 7th. Okay, again, what the half diminished chord will sound like on the keyboard is going to be starting on A, and 3-3-4, we're going to have 3 half steps, 3 half steps, and 4 half steps. You can see that our third has been flatted from a C sharp down to C, and the fifth of an A major chord has been flatted down from the E to E flat. And then we have the minor seventh, or 10 half steps from 8, 9, 10, from A to G. Well, there's our half diminished, A half diminished, in root position. Again, when we invert it, we have this, and then this, and then this. Okay, let's talk about those inversions. Now, in first inversion, which you just saw, the structure is going to change from a 3-3-4 to a 3-4-2 with the third on the bottom. So what we were doing is essentially taking the root and transposing it up, moving it up to the top so that everything is shifted in that direction. So we have the third, the fifth, flat third, flat fifth, and seventh on the bottom, and then we have our root on the top. So with our series of half steps changes, we had a 10 half steps here, so the root is going to be 2 half steps above the seventh. So here we have our 3-4-2 position, or the first inversion for the half diminished 7. The 3-4-2 is particular to, or specific to, the half diminished 7 chord, and that spacing will not occur on the other chords, like a minor 7 or a major 7. You will not see a 3-4-2 on a major 7. I don't believe. Actually, right. I'm not sure about that. Let's see. 3-4-3-4. It's 3-4-1, right? So major 7 is 3-4-1, and half diminished is going to be 3-4-2. So there is 1 half step difference between this chord in first inversion and the major 7 in first inversion. Okay, again, first inversion is 3-4-2. Our second inversion is going to be taking the third up to the top. So we're going to have our flat fifth is going to be 4, and then 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. In second inversion. And this example, the example I just played before, you're going to have the E flat in the bass on the bottom. E flat, G, A, C is a 4, 2, 3 position. And finally, our third inversion is going to be a 2, 3, 3 position, for your half diminished 7 chords. Now, I'm going to show this now in root position using our chromatic scale. I have here the chromatic scale, our poker chips, starting on A. So you can see we have an A chromatic scale. A sharp, B, your C is right here, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, and G sharp. So this is where the black notes will fall in relation if you have A at the far left. You have the A sharp here, and you have C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. Okay, that's how that will look. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick out the notes of our A half diminished chord in root position first. So we're going to have a 3, 3, 4. So we're going to start here with the A. We're going to count 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. And another 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you can see we picked out the same notes we just played on the keyboard, starting with A, C natural, E flat, and G. That's going to be your A half diminished 7 chord, or a 3, 3, 4 in root position, starting on A. If we're doing a second inversion chord, we're going to be choosing a 3, 4, 2, where our note A will be serving as a flat third. Okay? So, we're going to look at that, if we can figure it out. 3, 4, 2 is going to be 1, 2, 3. There's going to be our flat 7. And then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. Okay. What do we have here? We have an F sharp half diminished chord in first inversion. A is our third. C is going to be the flat 5. Okay. E is our 7th, and F sharp is our root. Again, in F sharp major, you have an A sharp and a C sharp and an E sharp. So what we have here is essentially F sharp with the A being flatted from A sharp to A, the C sharp flatted from C sharp to C, and then we have an E natural as opposed to E sharp to give us a minor 7th sound, or 10 half steps between F sharp and E. Again, this is the 3, 4, 2 position, or a first inversion form for a half diminished 7. In this example, it's A, C, E, F sharp. Okay, we're looking now at the second inversion, which is going to be a 4, 2, 3 position, with the flat 5th being on the bass, or starting on our A. We're going to do 4, 2, 3, starting with A, to give us a half diminished in second inversion. 4, 2, 3. So here we have the A, will be your flat 5th. We're going to go A, 1, 2, 3, 4, will be the 7th. 1, 2, here's your roots. And then 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, what chord is this? This is going to be our root right here. So we're going to have essentially a D sharp or E flat half diminished 7 in second inversion. We're going to have D sharp, F sharp, A, and C sharp. Or E flat, G flat, B double flat, right? And D flat. Okay? I think. Again, A, C sharp, D sharp, and F sharp. It's a half diminished 7 in second inversion. Or our 4, 2, 3 position of half diminished 7. Okay, starting on A. And we're going to go and do our third inversion. It's going to be, we take the fifth to the top, will be a 2, 3, 3 position. Half diminished 7 in third inversion. So 2, 3, 3, starting with A. This is your 7th. This will be the root, so B will be the root. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? Here's going to be essentially a B half diminished 7 in third inversion, or the 7th root A, the root B, the flat third D, and the flat fifth F natural. And those are how you do your half diminished 7 forms. Remember, root position is 3, 3, 4. First inversion is 3, 4, 2. Second inversion is 4, 2, 3. And third inversion is 2, 3, 3. And that's just a good way to remember those and understand the structure of your half diminished 7 chord.